Bro. I mean, it's a very interesting way to start a movie. The music that we've heard up to now basically feels like this may be leading us into some type of romance. I'm going to forecast that the woman that we saw in these images that was basically getting, right? That's his, like, wife or something.
The Venetian blinds, I just had them installed on Wednesday.
This is the guy from The Shining. And Paulie from Rocky.
I am.
Thank you, Mr. Gittes.
Call me Jake.
A bad businessman, so far at least.
Careful driving home, girl, huh?
I mean, I get it. I mean, if you have a business that you have the ability to do some type of bartering, you probably should. It'd be great, specifically in the times that we're in currently at the moment. I do think that if you do accept barter, right, you're a great person.
Mrs. Mulray's waiting for you. With Mr.
Bad
Walsh,
businessman,
Mr. Duffy.
but great person.
Mrs. Mulray, may I present Mr. Gittes?
Mrs. Mulray, how do you do?
Gittes.
Mr. Gittes,
Now,
Mr.
what
Gittes.
seems to be the problem?
my husband, I believe, is seeing another woman.
Bro, let me find out that her husband is the man in those images with the guy's wife.
You're better off not knowing.
I have to know.
What? Guys.
Very well.
Oh.
What is your husband's first name?
Hollis.
Hollis.
Mulray.
Those goddamn things out of here! Oh, someone tell me where to take them! You don't have an answer for that so quick, do you?
Bro, why are you moving these animals? What are these, goats? I have no idea. Right? Why are you moving these animals through what looks to be a city in a pretty established area? Right? How did he get here? Okay. How? A building that looks like this is not in the middle of anywhere where he would be. No disrespect here to the goat herder here, guys. Right? But nothing tells me that he belongs in this area. Right? I'm not saying that I'm not trying to be classist here, but it just doesn't make any sense. I've never seen goats walking through Manhattan before, is what I'm trying to say here.
You steal the water from the valley, ruin the grazing.
Okay, he brought him up here to protest. Yeah, guys, beautiful, beautiful movie. Like, beautifully exposed. Like, the DP is definitely kind of embarrassing a lot of the movies we've seen from this era. Seriously. Like, the exposures are great, every single one of them. We're going to go ahead and bypass the slight chromatic aberrations because this is just an issue with the coating of the lenses, and I don't think that was a thing in the 70s, early 70s, guys. I think they realized this eventually and were like, what can we do to fix the chromatic aberration? And they fixed it, right? But I think that was like in the late 70s, 80s. So that's not a mark against the beautiful image that we're getting here. All right, so guys, it's not that he's out here doing things that are just super nefarious. He's just out here working. Is what it seems, at least. I mean, he's trying to make sure the systems are working as well as he designed them.
This?
Well, they got into a terrific argument outside the Pig and Whistle.
Who is that person?
What about?
Well, I don't know. The traffic was pretty loud. I heard only one thing, though.
Okay.
Apple core.
Apple core.
Apple core?
Albacore, maybe? Yeah, that's not his wife. Yeah, for some reason, guys, nothing in me says that he's absolutely doing anything, nefarious here. We'll find out that that's like his daughter or like cousin or someone that he needs to, I don't know, work with or something. Until I get a little bit more information, right? Can't really give much of an educated guess here. Okay, she may be cheating.
When you get so much publicity, you gotta get blasé about it.
He may be cheating.
You're practically a movie star.
Right.
Make an honest living.
Of course you do.
Huh?
Well, anyway, this guy who got tired of screwing you.
I mean, guys, listen, it's both morally gray. You don't really have much of an argument towards him like that. I mean, yeah, you're ruining family. You have the ability to ruin a family, but of course, a person that's doing something nefarious is in fact actually ruining the family. Yeah, but the other one also can ruin some families and destroy everything, right?
Wife, and he said to his
But hey, we're arguing over a house that costs like 36 pineapples, guys. Basically. But all right.
Honest living.
I see you like publicity, Mr. Geddes. Are you going to get it?
Now, wait a minute, Mrs. Mulray. I think there's been some misunderstanding here. There's
What?
no point in getting tough with me.
I
What's
don't get tough with anyone, Mr. Geddes. My lawyer does.
I am, in fact, thoroughly confused right now. All right, bro. I promise I'm not an idiot. All right.
Here's some. I suppose we'll be hearing from your attorney.
Bro, is the scene that we saw with the woman with the net on her face, bro, and smoking a cigarette with like a thing attached to it? Did that not just happen? I was there. But yeah, bro. You shouldn't have. I don't know what you're like. Why would you go public with the thing though? Like, pay attention, bro. It's your fault.
You know, after you've worked with a man for
Like, there's a running theme that's happening behind the scenes here, coming from the first guy who may have been like a fisherman, looking to trade services for the work that Mr. Geddes here did, then to like random drought being basically printed on newspapers, them constantly talking about water. I would love to see where this goes, guys.
a certain length of time,
But there's something happening behind the scenes.
come to know his habits, his values, come to know him. And either he's the kind
Two
who
stories
pisses
being
everyone
told.
where he is.
Mulray is.
He never even kids about it.
Well, maybe he takes it very seriously.
But all these fish, obviously.
No, thank you. Do you know? JJ get us to see Mr. Mulray?
Oh, yeah. I would have never guessed.
Please. You wait.
As he's living extremely lavish for like a government official. Is he getting paid somewhere else?
Excuse the language. She tells me she's you. She hires me. Now, whoever put her up to it doesn't have anything against me. They're out to get your husband. If I can see him, I can help him. Did you talk to him this morning?
No,
You know, I'm still kind of torn, right? I mean, like, based off of how movies generally, flow, if they're telling us something, generally think the opposite until you have like concrete proof, right? So I see the girl. The girl is really young, okay? I'm more leaning towards like family member, whatever, some type, maybe daughter, sister, cousin, that type of thing. But then we hear her like, I don't know, like talking to him on like a patio, and that seems a little bit personal, but still nothing kind of was pushed over the line. So I'm going to go ahead and still say I'm rooting for most likely family member or something. We can also see the whole camera crew and the reflection of this thing here. But let's
I
continue.
went riding rather early.
Looks like you went quite a distance.
Riding bareback.
Oh, really?
You might find me go past the Stone Canyon Reservoir frequently at lunch. Hollis takes wrong.
And I'm out of Chinatown.
Since when?
Since I made lieutenant.
Congratulations.
What are you doing around here?
Guys, really quickly, when we were at that house, well, no, we are not in the movie. When they were at that house, they were in like a pond or something. There was something obviously in the water. It looked like maybe like a ring or some type of shiny jewelry. I couldn't really decide what it actually was, but we never really saw anything else past that. So I would like to know, what exactly was that?
I'm looking.
No,
Or where she might be?
certainly not.
You and your husband never
Why are you so defensive?
discussed her.
But we did. He wouldn't tell me her name. We quarreled over her, of course. It came as a complete surprise to me.
Yeah, she's lying. She's a liar. She's a liar face. I don't believe anything that she's saying right now. I think that she knows exactly who this person is. And for some reason, she's not wanting to divulge this information. Based off of her entire being, she's lying. Okay. She's involved in this somehow.
But we did. He wouldn't tell me her name.
I like a good mystery,
We
guys.
quarreled over her, of course. It came as a complete surprise to me.
Can you give
Surprise.
some eye contact, please?
I thought you hired a private investigator.
Had a bureau dresser down there and everything.
Bro, imagine your life being boiled down to, yeah, that's that guy over there, the local drunk. That's crazy.
Yeah, right under Hollenbeck Bridge. What's wrong with that?
It's dry as a bone, Morty.
It's not completely dry.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. That's where he was. That's where he watched the guy with, through the binoculars and the kid and the horse. Bro, where's the water at? Oh, the puddle. Right there, the puddle. Bro, what are you talking about? Guys, we have a mystery. Yes!
You were talking to a man a few days ago. He wore glasses. Yes. What did you talk about?
Guys, what if the thing that was at the house, like in the water, were a pair of glasses? Like those old metal frame glasses with like the thing in the back. That could be potentially it also, maybe. Right? And we did see some type of luster. We saw some type of metal. It was a fast shot. I'm thinking maybe a ring or like something like that, maybe. Could be glasses.
Do you mind my asking?
Now that I realize that he wore glasses.
The water?
So something happened at his house. That means his body would have had to been moved. Is his wife involved?
What about the water?
Understand, Gary. I understand.
All right.
Okay, so there's obviously something going on out there. Here's the thing. Everything around the town, basically, is screaming that there's some type of drought situation going on. But yet, why is water draining like that? Is it just gray water and not really usable for anything else other than just being drained? Right? What type of... Is this water that has the potential to be somewhat potable eventually? Right? Like, with some type of chemical mixture, guys? Why is there water being wasted like that? Right? I'm sure it can be used for something. Again, unless it's gray, then ew. Get rid of that nastiness, right? But why is water being drained? I think that's my main question here. At that level, at least. And we have some gangsters that are hanging out while that's happening. So who are these gangsters? Number one. We're taking noses off. Okay. I don't think this is answering any of my questions. I think it's giving me more questions.
So some contractor wants to build it.
Whatever comes out, I want somebody to know that I didn't know what would happen.
I understand. Who was your...
So whoever hired her most likely is the person who was involved with the deletion of him. For what reason would you hire him? To get images to destroy his name before he's gone?
Your employer. That could be helpful to both of us.
Oh, no.
What about the guy that was arguing with him outside? The one where the person said, I think that he said apple core. But the problem with that is that in the first, 3 minutes of the movie, the guy was saying albacore. So now I'm trying to understand, could there be some type of correlation? Apple core, albacore. But even though he was talking about trading tuna, I don't know. Is there something involving like albacore? Apple core doesn't make any sense. But it can eat. But you can also hear albacore. I don't know, guys. I'm thoroughly confused here. But all right, let's get it.
What's your address?
How much would you like?
I'll stop it. The money's fine. It's generous. But, I think you shortchanged me on the story.
I have.
I think so.
Yeah, you're lying.
Something else besides the death of your husband was bothering you. You were upset.
Interrogator.
Not that upset.
I was wondering the same thing also, right? Like, so when the body was lying in the coroner's office, we saw her kind of like outside the door, and she was just very nonchalant about the fact that you are standing in front of your deleted husband. And you're calm? That's weird. And then you start lying? Bro, she had something to do with this. Or she knows
It is.
something more than
Don't
she's
tell me
telling.
how I feel.
Sorry.
Whose money was it? Hers or his?
Look,
I think you know all you need know about me.
Right. Now, bro, get up and run before you catch something at the table and from proximity.
I didn't want publicity. I didn't want to go into any of this then or now. Cross.
What was that about? What was that about? Cross. She hesitated. Is this another lie? Is this some type of deception? Or does it affect her negatively to say the name? Does she have an issue with her family? There's so many questions here now, actually. Guys, I love like murder mysteries, guys. I love them. Right? You know the game that you play? Guys, don't play this game with me. All right? Don't do it. It's bad news. I go too hard. But but the thing about it is, her hesitation, I don't like it. So there's something about the name that she mentions. Maybe she has an issue with one of her family members. To the point where when she even has to recall the fact of her maiden name, she's distraught by it almost, right? It burdens her to say it. Who's that? Noah Cross. Wait. Cross. Because it's kind of all coming kind of full circle here. This is the guy that he was arguing with from the photos, right? Cross also being the last name of the leading lady currently. I'm guessing they have some type of relation. Listen to me. And he most likely is the one who basically removed the life. I'm gonna go ahead and forecast that it's him. He's the one that took the life from her husband.
well, it's my lunch hour. I can wait.
He's liable to be tied up indefinitely.
Take a long lunch hour.
But why is his photo up on the wall? Noah Cross. Why is that photo on the wall?
All day sometimes.
What does he have to do with this? Like, I have no idea why they were arguing outside there, saying apple core, albacore potentially, right? But
Mr. Mulray, I thought you said Cross owned it.
Along with Mr. Mulray.
They were...
Cross is the father of the woman, no doubt. Okay, hold on. Cross is the father of the woman. They were they were partners, so they were co-owners. I'm trying to forecast this here. The Noah Cross guy, he's much older than the other guy. He basically put him in touch, most likely, with his daughter. Oh wow, the daughter, right? And then they ended up getting married, and then something happens. They have an argument outside about something. What could it be? Well, wait. I'm trying to put this together, guys. Why did this happen to him? This happened to him because his face, right? This happened to him because he was kind of at the reservoir, and he actually visually saw wasting of water during the drought. What if the other guy did the same thing, but because of his position in the water, they can't do this to him. They have to just delete him, right? Because if you do remember at the beginning of the movie, when he was following him, the other guy was standing at like the beach and was right at the pipe, and he was smoking, and the water just came flooding through the pipe, and he visually saw it. What if he was willing? What if he was ready to kind of go public? And so instead of the public hating him and blaming him consistently for this drought, what would he do? He could have stopped all of it, right? By just going public. What if he threatened to go public, and then this guy here was just like, "Oh, you're not going to go public. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that. We're going to go ahead and get rid of you." What if this guy here? Sorry, Cross. That's the vibe I'm getting here. That's what I feel.
Partners?
Whoever is behind my husband's death, why have they gone to all this trouble?
Money.
Follow the money.
They plan to make it out of emptying reservoirs? That I don't know.
How would they plan to make it out? Okay, hold on. I think in the beginning of the movie, they were referring to like a grant or something the government was giving for something for $8 million. I think whoever is doing this, and they're behind it, they're trying to get that grant money. Yeah, to do something, right? Oh, build something.
Does my talk...
Why don't you want to talk about your father? What's going on here? I will say this film was written beautifully. It almost feels like every single scene is written in a way that like regular people, or maybe not so regular, but regular people would be having the conversation, because it feels like I can basically predict the next thing that's going to be said almost every time, right? Because it feels extremely like a fluid conversation.
About your father upstairs.
Not over me. Why should it be over me?
And it was over the water department.
Yes.
She's lying again, bro.
Hollis felt that.
And it's good advertising.
Doesn't hurt.
It's why you attract.
Bro, why would you purposely put a fish head on somebody's plate? Bro, that's the trash. You throw that away. Don't do that, bro. It has the oh my god. It has the eyes in it.
Client like my daughter.
Probably.
But I'm surprised you're still
Bro.
working for her. She's certainly come up with another husband.
Bro, like these are the glasses that I was talking about earlier, bro. Metal, and it had like a hook around it for the ears, like super old-timey metal glasses.
No. What's the bonus if I get results?
Are you sleeping with her?
Bro, you even know your daughter is loose? and you're still like dealing. Ugh, that's crazy.
Come, Mister. You don't have.
Like everyone knows. Like it's town. It's not even a town secret. Everyone knows. And you. Oh my God.
To think about that. I'll double whatever your fee is and pay you $10,000 if you find Hollis's girlfriend.
Girlfriend?
Disappeared, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be useful to talk to her?
He hired the lady of the night. He did that. I think all he cared about was finding the girlfriend. Either that or having something to embarrass his old business partner. There are two things. The first thing he mentions exclusively, I'll give you $10,000 if you find the girlfriend. What does that matter? What's going on here? Right? What does she have to do with you? Why do you care so much? These are the questions I would be asking if I was in front of him.
Maybe.
No. What? God, hopefully there's another record of that. Because that's wild of you to do. For sale, farmland. Again, it's a drought, so the land, so everyone's trying to run from the land because it's a drought. By doing that, you'll sell the land for basically whatever you can sell it for. Cheap land. If you have the ability to kind of make a drought happen and specifically funnel water only to specific places or just get rid of it from the stockpile, right? On a nightly basis, secretly. It sounds like a good business. Someone is making a lot of money. Someone is getting cheap farmland for like pennies on a dollar. And the only person we've encountered that has any real actual money is Cross. Is he involved some way in this? I think he's the bad guy. Well, see, bro, you know how easy it would have been just to stop? I get it. You are trespassing, but they're obviously shooting at you. Now look. Now look.
Well, that's that.
Okay. Was that derogatory? Slight error in makeup, but not a big deal.
You didn't?
Like so for example, when they put the knife to the nose, they made it seem as if they sliced it completely, right? But then obviously from that angle, we saw that there was no slice at all, just,
Look too good.
With a steady water supply, about 30 million more than they paid for it.
Hollis knew about this.
That's why he was killed.
Right, okay, yeah, it's all starting to come together, bro. There's like a cabal, and, it starts kind of with the gangsters that are at the reservoir, bro. Right? There's something happening that's tricky, and I think that it's circling around Cross, bro, because he's the one with the money, for real.
Jasper, he bought the land. That's unusual.
Aha. Did he vote too?
Would you mind if we took a stroll on our own?
Just if you'll confine yourself to the main building. It's almost bedtime.
We understand.
But that's a wild thing to say out loud.
My late husband owned a good deal of beach property at Long Beach, but we lost it.
Albacore. fish. I'm guessing that they own or have something to do with this, and then are using the patient's names, using their identity.
At the Albacore Club.
Albacore?
No, the albacore.
Albacore.
It's a fish.
Yeah, right.
My grandson is a member, and they take very nice care of us.
How do they do that?
Oh.
Right. A 38 special. To be honest, I didn't know that he had the ability to protect himself or stand up for himself at all based off of every single aspect of this movie. Oh! Right. Okay. All right. Oh, well, okay. Things got lively.
God. It's a nasty cut.
Yeah.
No idea. What's wrong?
Your eye.
Your eye.
What about it? What?
Something black in the green part of your eye. Chinatown, everybody.
Like, okay, so guys, what does Chinatown have to do with this movie, bro? All right. I feel like there may be another part of the movie that we're missing here slightly, all right? Because we keep hearing Chinatown, Chinatown. I used to work in Chinatown. What did you do in Chinatown? As little as I could, guys. What is this? What is Chinatown about?
Trust me this much.
Uh-huh. What's the big hurry?
I'll be back. The pieces
The
of the flag.
Albacore
Yes,
Club.
Your father owns it.
It has to do with my father.
I know.
Okay.
He owns it. You know?
Guys.
I saw him.
I want you to listen to me.
Okay.
My father is a very dangerous man. You don't
We gotta understand that.
know how dangerous. You don't
I know we do, right? He's the reason why your husband is gone.
know how crazy.
No doubt.
Are you trying to tell me that he might be behind all this?
Yes.
It's possible.
Right.
Even the death of your husband?
Absolutely.
It's possible.
Specifically.
Now, please.
She knows her. She knows her. She's probably like her sister or something. Her big sister. The father, for some reason, wants to know the little girl, and he doesn't, and no one wants to give him access to his daughter. I'm guessing. That's what I'm forecasting. Right? Is that what this is about, bro? Go ahead. Daughter, sister, cousin, go.
She's my sister.
There we go. Okay, that's it. That's it. Right? She is keeping the sister away from the father for some reason. We don't understand it yet. We get it. The father's a bad guy, right? He realized that somehow her husband and his sister were together. He can't see his daughter, so he then sends some lady of the night to basically spy or get someone to spy on the father, on the dead husband, right? And to get images, most likely, because of the boat situation. I want you to get photos of what's actually going on here. Prove it to me, right? That's what this is. That's what happened here. I'm leaning into that. I think this is something extremely familial. And obviously the guy being the ex-partner.
She's your sister. She's your sister.
There's money
Why all the
involved.
secrecy?
Guys, well written. Absolutely beautiful shot selections here, guys. The whole movie looks great. I'm sure it won many awards. You see the door is broken, right? The glass is broken. Are you knocking? Bro. Why would you walk into this house? Like, just report something is weird.
What happened to your nose, Giddy? Somebody slammed a bedroom window on it?
Yeah. It's not funny.
Your wife
Why are you laughing like
decided
that?
She crossed her legs a little too quick. You understand what I mean? Mulray was murdered and moved because somebody didn't want his body
See?
found in the ocean.
And moved.
Why is that?
He found out they were dumping water there. That's what they were trying to cover up.
And remember, I don't have to let you go. I've got you right now for withholding evidence. Loach?
Does he, though?
What's that?
So finally we're going to find out. Like a ring, glasses, a bracelet. Glasses. Bro, she should have hired me. All right? You should have hired me for this job.
Will you please tell me what this is all about?
He believes that you deleted your husband.
So you had to shut her up. You don't have the guts to harm her, but you got the money to keep her mouth shut. Yes or no?
Bro, you are misguided. Like you don't see you don't see the clues?
No.
No! My sister, my daughter.
The truth is whatever you want it to be, bro. Like going forward, I just want I want everyone to know. The truth is whatever you want it to be. Okay. Obviously. Why is he slapping her like this, bro?
I said I want the truth.
Why? What's the value
my
in this?
sister and my daughter.
What? My sister and my daughter. Your father? Is the reason why you're so afraid of your father is because your father impregnated you and made? Oh, is that what this is? Oh God, guys, no. My father's a bad man. The husband would have raised her. That's why they were so close. The father wanted to see his daughter. Ugh. The reason why she keeps the sister daughter. Oh God, guys, this is crazy. This is nuts.
Understand? Or is it too tough for you?
Okay, I get it. And is this why she's so loose? Right? Because obviously the father, terrible human, did all this wild wickedness to his daughter at a young age. And because she's not too far off, right? The other girl, by the looks of it at least. Oh, God, guys. Wow. Guys, wow. And then so obviously, she experienced this when she was young, so now she is just like the loosest woman on the planet Earth because of what basically has happened in her youth. Guys, this is wild. This is sick. This is twisted.
Now I want to be with her.
You know what? It's not my business to understand the depth, the complexity of this.
Back to Mexico.
Hence the reason why she was speaking Spanish.
Well, you came to me.
You never learn, do you, Jake?
I guess not.
Is it common that he
Okay.
forgets his job?
Well, is there some surprise, Mr. Geddes?
Call me Jake. How you doing, Curly?
Just sitting down for supper. Care to join us?
No, thanks.
Oh my God. Bro, what? I mean, you could have just left her, right? I'm being honest. Be honest. You could have just left her. I get it. Those photos were crazy, right? I get it. The photos were disrespectful, right? But why would you want to deal with a woman like that? Like, you know what she did. Like, you know it. You see it. You understand what I'm saying here? Run.
How about a glass of wine?
Don't. Why would you?
This is the
I
fellow
know.
No, thank you, Curly.
You're risking a lot, bro. I'm just gonna be honest.
You sure this is okay?
This is like, none of this is your problem.
Curly, do you know how long I've been in this business?
Not for too much longer after this.
How much better can you eat? What can you buy that you can't already afford?
The future, Mr. Gitz. The future.
That's valid.
Where's the girl? I want the only daughter I've got left. You found out Evelyn was lost to me a long time ago.
Who you blame for that? Her?
I have to face the fact the right
That you were attracted to your daughter physically. Most people, you're right. Most people don't have to face that fact ever.
time. How many years have I got? She's mine, too.
Oh!
Never going to know that.
Captain, close the door.
Halt!
She got hit. Well, that was interesting. Bro, don't go with him. Don't go with him. Go get that girl.
Who is possible?
What's that?
As
What's
little
that?
as possible. Forget it, Jake. It's Chinatown. Forget it, Jake. It's Chinatown. All right. Okay. So this is now officially probably the movie that I think has the most rewatchability out of all the movies that I've seen, period. I think that this is the one that requires like multiple deep dives. Okay, I've seen a couple of them, obviously, that can have that have some longevity, right, in terms of being able to watch them consistently, right. But this one, we gotta have multiple conversations about how this was done here. It almost feels like, how do I explain this here? It almost feels like this film was not written all together, and what I mean by that is, it's definitely amazing, right? It's amazing, amazingly done. Congratulations, everyone involved, right? But it feels like it's too surprising of an ending, if that makes any sense, right? Like it's so surprising that it feels like it was almost written separately from the main story. It's such an interesting thing that we just encountered here, right? I think it was filmed absolutely beautifully. A great period piece. Absolutely amazing, right? But the ending, the twist of what actually happened the whole time was nuts. All right, didn't see that coming. That wasn't even in the. That was just wild. All right, you a daughter toucher? You touched your daughter? And then when he asks, "Oh, was it the R word?" Her response was, "No." What does that mean, guys? Right? Oh, that's an interesting one. All right, that's crazy. Right? The acting was also very good throughout the entirety of the film, guys. I mean, the two leads did their thing. Right? Jack Nicholson, I've heard this guy's name. This is the second time now I'm seeing him in a film. He's obviously a spectacular actor, guys. He has the ability to convey emotion that I'm not sure many others can. Right? He was believable throughout. I felt his pain. I felt his worry on what was actually happening. I felt that he was just trying to maintain his professional thing until he decided to kind of, fornicate with the woman lead. Okay. I like the concept of like mysteries, like murder mysteries. I love trying to find out exactly what is the cause of some things, right? And this movie had me kind of on the edge of my feet, on my toes, trying to figure out exactly what was going to happen next. I didn't know. I can pretty much attempt to forecast, but I'm not even sure it was even plausible, right? To even think of the ending happening the way the ending happened. I don't know, right? I feel like I missed a lot. Okay, so this is something that I'm going to literally rewatch immediately. Like, no jokes here. This is happening. I need to watch it at least 2 more times to fully grasp the entirety of the story, guys, right? I definitely think you guys should also. But all right, listen, if you guys do want to see the full-length reaction, it is on Patreon at the 2nd tier, all right? And you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly.